Well, Muzzy's trained today. He looks fine. Yeah, he's okay. Scroosy's not. Scroosy, he got a nasty bang to the head, so we left him out today and see how he is. But I'll see. That'll be a decision for tomorrow. But he's a doubt because of taking a bang on the head.
Any others?
No, I don't think so. No, I should know, shouldn't I, before I come in? I should be more prepared for you. No injuries. There's little bumps and bruises, but nothing's going to keep anybody out of the squad.
Who would like to see Tommy Adeyemi again this season, or is that it for him, do you think, Nick?
You'd probably see him walking around the pitch when Middlesbrough game and have to wait for 3:45 or something like that. I don't think he's not going to play. No, he's nowhere near training. He's not training with the first team, and that's been sad because when he played, I really liked him, and I think he would have added to the squad. So, please God for him and for the club. He's fit next season. You have a good player.
You're considering starting with Ben Falami. Any thoughts? Could he manage that at this stage? He did ever so well for his 45 against Millwall.
Yeah, I'm considering it, but I'll have a look at Brentford first and make my decision on that and how I want to play, actually.
He's certainly up to that standard, and fitness-wise, you wouldn't have any qualms about Ben then?
No, not at all. No, I thought he handled it very well on Monday, wasn't it? I know it's thrown me out altogether. I've had 3 Sundays this week. He's handled it really. I thought he handled it really well. Played well, and he's trained with us today. No, he's all right. He can play. Whether I play, we've got Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, and that's on the back of Saturday, Monday, of course. So there'll be a few other players playing.
New deal for Chris Smith in the last few days. What do you like about him, and what suggests he might have a long-term future here?
Well, I like about him that he's gone out to Chelmsford and really stood out. And for them, he's played well. But when he's come back and trained with us, he looks like a bloke now. He came back far more assured, far more confident. He looked like a man trained. He looked like one of the first team players, just the size, the physical specimen of him. And whether he's for a first team next, I think he'll continue to get better. He's a centre back, so he always continue to improve. And I think that's what will happen. Hopefully, I'm saying hopefully next year. I don't know what happened, but for him, for his development, if he can get out and play in the league somewhere, if it's second division, first division now, just have that step up. I think he could be a first teamer in the making for Ipswich.
And is that the last new deal of your time here, do you think? Will you still continue to do housekeeping, or will that be it, do you think?
To a point, but I'm not. So everything I've done up until this point, but there's hardly any will go forward. But I can't think of anybody else I've been recommending for deals. Luke Hyam and the people who are coming out of contract. That's not for me to deal with now. I've given my opinion on all those. But it would be wrong, wouldn't it, of me now to be doing it when I'm not going to be here, and certainly in terms of anybody's future, not to be here. And that's not for me to deal with.
Are those lads a bit more unsettled, the likes of Luke Hyam and Teddy Bishop, or it must be nice to know that you've maybe given recommendations to Marcus?
Well, Luke's just playing, and Luke quite wanted to go out on loan in the window because he didn't think he'd get any football. I said, no, you will, you'll get some games, and he's better off playing here. He knows everybody, he don't have to go and settle in. And he's come on, he's had a couple of games, and he'll get some more football before the end of the season. So I guess it's for the people who are going to decide now to watch and see whether they think he's got value to the squad. I'd only say that, we've got, at the moment, currently, Tom Adeyemi, Emmy Hughes, Dozer, Bish, all injured. We've got Tristan coming through, we've got tell me his name. Flynn Downs, yes, sorry. Flynn coming through, all who want to come back and play. We've had more midfield players this year that you can shake a stick at, and yet they've all been injured, so we've needed more. So it's up for somebody else to decide whether who's going to come, who's going to stay. It's not my job, that one now.
Any idea what David McGoldrick's thinking about his future at the moment? That's of course up in the air as well.
Yeah, it is, and he's had his injuries. It looks like he might be fit before the end of the season. Dids, I hope he is for him. I'm not quite sure. I think he's been one of the big players, and you know, when any time a transfer window's come along, there's always been conjecture, and he might leave, he might not. So I haven't spoken to him, not really on that subject, and of course I won't be speaking to him now on it, unless I tap him up for somewhere else, of course.
How's Barry Cotter settled in? He got a goal for the under-23s in the week. Might we see him before the end of the season?
Oh, he's all right, Cotter. I'm delighted with him, yeah. Yes, there's every chance he could take part in a game.
Everybody went away after Monday. They loved the occasion. Spectators were delighted with the team's performance. Was it tinged with a little bit of sadness, frustration? We maybe haven't had those occasions too often over the course of the last year or so for you?
Yeah, really. I loved it on Monday. It was terrific. It was like days of old. When I first came in for the first 3 years, it was fantastic. The atmosphere was great. I thought we started really well and should have been in front, and then a goal against the run of play sort of kills the atmosphere a bit, but then of course the Millwall fans kept it going, so that was brilliant. And then the second half performance from our lads got our fans going, and two quick goals was brilliant. The atmosphere was fab. I loved it, and it just makes me remember how good it was and what a great club and how much I've enjoyed it. So that was thrilling for me there on Monday. And then of course, you know, they have chances in the second half. Well, we had a couple as well to win it. Didn't find the right cross. Bart played great, hit the post. But it made for an unbelievably exciting game. But I have to tell you, you can have those exciting games. I'll take a boring 1-0 win all over them. Sorry. We could have got beat 7. He said it himself. They could have put 5. I watched it this morning. But it was unbelievable. So they're great, those games. They're fantastic. But if you're going to win the league, you've got the other side of it as well. So our lads were great because they were knackered. We played on Saturday. But I loved it. Yeah, I really enjoyed the game.
And you're definitely here till the end of the season. You're very open about your feelings post-match on Monday. Talked about how it was bizarre, it was surreal. People might have wondered if you were heading off before the Middlesbrough game, but you're still going to do this last 6?
Yes, I am. See, you ask me questions and I give you straightforward, honest answers, and then you all go away and twist it in your own heads for some reason or on your paper, and then come up. You put 2 and 2 together with me and come up with 5 sometimes. I think it's just completely, because I've never experienced this in 26 years as a manager. I've never had to do this, and so I have found it really, really strange. And first couple of days was a bit difficult, you know. It was just unusual. I can't describe it another way. But I'm over that now. That's gone. I've sort of got my head around it, and after Monday, it was terrific.
Has Marcus been back in touch to see how you're coping with this strange situation?
I spoke to him before the Birmingham game. That's the only time I've spoken to him. No, because he knows I'll cope with it. He's not, you know. It's a bit like, I'm not seeking therapy, I'm just telling you that so you have an unusual time and something changes. I could have just come in and said, no, it's fine, it's great. You'd have all known I was lying anyway, because I'm pretty much an open book. When it comes to my feelings, I just let you know how they are.
Have you had anything from West Brom or anyone else? Lots of rumours around at the moment, or shall there be some more over the course of the next month?
I guess you have to ask that question, don't you? But in asking it, you know, there's as much chance of me telling you than me flying out of this room on a jetpack. Even if I had. But no, I haven't. No. It's nice to be linked, I think. Maybe is it just convenient? I've just been announced I'm coming out of work. West Brom are getting relegated. They're apparently looking for an experienced Championship manager. Well, I cover those bases, but it doesn't mean to say they're going to come and ask me.
And you're happy to be approached at the moment by whatever club? Is Marcus open to that as well, given your situation?
Well, I would hope if they did, he wouldn't want his compensation that has been in the contract for the last few years. I think that would be a little bit unfair.
And just in general, at this time of season, normally we look at a side that's not going up, not going down. They're the sort of sides you want to be playing. I can't imagine that ever being the case with one of your teams. You don't want to get into that, do you? Well,
the answer to that is anybody who saw the game on Monday and the second half. And the first half we played well. And the second half performance, I think, puts that thought to bed for anybody who might think that the lads are not with me, they're not motivated, they're just letting the season peter out, no chance. So it's funny because we were coming down the tunnel and Morrison was having a word in the referee's ear, and of course I heard him, and I said, "Oh, hold on a minute," and I chip my 2p thing, and he says to me, "What's so easy? You don't even want to be here." I said, "That might be the case, but it doesn't mean I don't want to win." So there's a big difference. There's a big difference about whether I want to be or not be here. The fact that I'm not going to be here doesn't mean to say I'm going to down tools and not compete and not be snarling in the fourth official's ear if I think somebody else is doing it, because that's never going to happen.
How well have Brentford done over the course of the last few seasons? They've had to rebuild a few different teams, haven't they?
Yes, they have, yeah. Well, I see Dean's been linked with the West Brom job as well, because he was at Walsall and he's from that area, so I think that probably suits. He's been very good, yeah. However they've done it, because they shut the academy, they had a different way of doing things. But he's made good signings, they're a good football team. Yeah, he's been successful.
Thanks, mate.
I'll ask you about Emma Hughes. I think he's had another operation or an operation in the last week or so. He's on the road to recovery now.
Well, he's been on that road to recovery, and of course it's something else that needed looking at. So just hoping for him he'll be all right for pre-season.
How big a miss has he been, without wishing to state the obvious? Mick, he was a key signing for you last summer. More money than you'd spent for a little while. Was he someone that you were looking to?
Well, he was 200 grand, 250 grand, so he's hardly earth-shattering. I don't think you'll find it was any more than that. No, it wasn't. That's exactly what it was. Well, we saw when he was here on loan how good a player he is. We saw even against Sheffield Wednesday when he played, and the Newcastle game, and he scored at the end of last season. I mean, I've admired him since I saw him play for Birmingham against Watford when he was on loan there, and I've tried to sign him on a number of occasions since, and having managed to sign him, I was delighted, and so bitterly disappointed to lose him because he's a good footballer.
I think he'll be a big key part of the team next season going forwards if he can get himself right physically.
Well, he would have been this season, so I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have been. I mean, if we'd have had, Scousey, Tom Adeyemi, Dozza was a star man against Birmingham, first game of the season, so while he was on, Teddy Bishop fit, we'd have had a pretty good midfield, that's for certain, and great competition for places. Yes, Amir will be, listen, fingers crossed for him, because he's a great lad. I hope he gets himself fit.
Yeah, and on Tom Adeyemi's injury, what is the nature of that injury? Is it a hamstring, is it? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, can't get it right. It's just unusual to be out this long with a hamstring.
Yeah, well, he had it just before the Norwich game, and he was fit to play. But, maybe just took his toll in that. He did it again, so when you re-injure something, I think it's worse then.
And you said about you've given your recommendations on some of the players that are out of contract. What have you recommended to Marcus? Are you willing to put that out in the open in terms of... No. It doesn't matter now, really, does it? I mean, Teddy Bishop, is that someone that you think the club should be keeping hold of? Teddy, as he was the one I wanted to talk to you about, really, because
you'll have to speak to somebody else, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Okay, fine. And I also wanted to talk about Terry Connor today, because you touched upon it the other day. It's kind of sad that perhaps that goes under the radar in amongst all of this situation, that Terry's someone that finds himself out of work now. Is that hard for you, sort of personally, when it's linked so directly to you that Terry now is also in this situation?
Yeah, it is. It's but it is. But we know that when we came in, so he'd actually been sacked the day I got sacked at Wolves. So his bags were all packed. But of course, then when they couldn't get a manager, he had to come out, and he ended up getting the job for us at 12 games, and I said to him, "Oh, we haven't got a secret formula, lad. You've been keeping quiet." So you always know. I mean, I inherited Terry at Wolves, and he's been brilliant. He's a fabulous coach, and great assistant manager. What I don't see, he does, and what I don't hear, he does, and vice versa. But it is sad because he loves his job. But he kind of knows if I get one, he's coming with me. So it's not such a bad thing.
Yeah. Is anyone else linked to you in that respect?
I have to say though, staying on after I've gone, which he did with Stella Solbakken, was the most horrible experience anyway, because they don't want him. You end up being you're there, but you're not there. You're just like a spare part, and that would be the worst thing. That's even worse still. Somebody coming in and then you've been second in command, real confident of the manager. You've advised the manager. All the players would support you, and somebody else comes in and suddenly you're not involved, and nobody listens to your opinion or talks to you. I think it's going to come with me, to be quite honest.
Anyone else that may follow you in terms of leaving? Dave Bowman's obviously been someone that's followed you from jobs and director of scouting role. Dave will be doing it, and he'll do it as long as he sees fit. If I get a job, then I'm sure he'll come with me. But he enjoys it, and I think he's quite happy to stay and help out, as far as I can gather. Yeah. And anyone else that is in that same sort of situation?
There's only us three that came in. Yeah. There's nobody else.
Okay.
Let me just clear something up before you get 2 and 2 and add 5, because I said I wouldn't talk about the players, that whether I'd recommend it or not doesn't mean my thoughts are negative on any of them. So don't anybody go away and say, because I said you'll have to ask somebody else, because it'd be easy for me to say all nice things about everybody, but don't go away and think that and write that, because I would be annoyed about that, because I haven't said that at all.
Good. And you were at the 23s in the week.
I was.
You've mentioned Cotter catching the eye. Is it any others there that are in your thoughts for these final games?
Tristan, certainly. That's why I took him off. He was coming off at half time anyway. And I thought Ben Morris did well. I thought Aaron Dryman did well. Second half, they all did much better, to be quite honest. But it was the two lads who were nowhere near really. Little more that came on, and Brett McGavin. There's much changed the game. They got hold of the ball and passed it and kept it. But I thought we were playing well second half. It was a horrible day. My goodness, it was blowing a gale.
Thank you.
Dominic Iorfa, is he out for the season, or might we see him again?
No, we won't see him. No, what have we got left? We've got 6 games. It's only 4 weeks, is it? No, he won't be back.
How have you found him this season on his loan spell? I think he's done well. Pleased with him?
Yes, I do. I've been pleased with him. I mean, he's done everything I've ever asked him, whether he's been at full back or at wing back. He's shown some great tendencies to get forward and try and work it up front and get pace. He's done as well as I would expect him to do. Yeah.
We just seen Andre wandering around out there. Is there any chance of seeing him at any level this season or the end of the season? No, not even 23s.
No. Not in my view, and I think why would anybody even risk that when he doesn't have to do it, and he can have another 4 or 5 months before he's going to have to come back and do a pre-season. He was making noises to that end a while ago, but let me tell you, if I'm going to be the manager next year, I'll be saying no. You keep yourself right. You don't come back until we're back in pre-season, and you get over and above what you've actually needed to rehabilitate, so you come back stronger. And I have to say, he has been brilliant. He's shown a great maturity in his rehab and how he's looked after himself. Everything. The physios have been praised him highly, so that's shown a degree of growing up for me and maturing, which is good.
And here's another one where you can look back and think, what might have been, isn't it?
If me auntie, exactly.
See you later.